where they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is gonna change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, we're breaking out the door. And after a year, then you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more.
Shalom. It's the brother Ishar coming at you with another one through Rakak with Dash. Before I get started, I just want to give an infinite and glory and praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak with Dash. The belongers to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akyam that's pushing this truth with all faith and all righteousness and all sincerity. To you I say Shalom. All right. This is just a lesson to the Rakak with Dash. I won't make it too long, but I pray and hope, Lord willing, it does hit home, man. Just going into, man, that's the spirit people will be in, man. You know, when they're hungry, okay, when there's no food, right, the time of famine. And I picked a little clip, you know, a little part out of an interview with Tupac, man, going into, you know, how people are going to be and how they're going to get, man, when they get hungry, man, you know, or when they just see just some food, man, you know, it's going to be worse than he described it, of course, right, in the time of famine, in the time of Jacob's trouble. But nonetheless, that's how it's going to be, though, you know, to a degree. You know, it's going to be way worse, you know, than explained from him. But, you know, I just got the spirit to do this lesson because, yeah, man, you know, people, it's going to be to a point, people, you got to, the average so-called American, man, can't even go 8 hours without eating, man. You got people eat every 4 hours, man, okay? It's people don't even know what fasting is, you know? And if they know what it is, meaning they just don't know how to go about it because they haven't ever fasted, man. You know? So imagine days go by no food, weeks go by no food, right? He was saying on there like it was going to be that time frame he put. No, that's not going to be that. It's going to be like within days, people are going to be losing their damn minds, man. Okay? I got family members that catch a whole attitude after just a few hours and they ain't ate nothing. You know? So imagine days, man, weeks. People gonna be going crazy, man. All right? And specifically, you know, I'm speaking of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. 2/3 of you are already empty as hell. Contains no knowledge or nothing, you know? But let me go ahead and get to it. It's 2 Ezra 15 and 19, and it reads, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." You know, and like he was saying, man, and going into, man, it's gonna get to a point they're gonna be, I'm picking the lock, I'm coming through the door, you know, blasting. You know, that's gonna be a reality, man. Okay, in a time of trouble. All right, when famine comes. All right, because it's gonna get to a point, man. It ain't gonna just be saying it's a famine coming. No, a famine's gonna be here, man. Okay, so those who don't get themselves together now, it's gonna take them unaware then, and it's gonna be too late. You know. Because one thing about getting yourself in a fasted body, man, all right, and getting yourself in shape, that takes time. You can't wake up 400 pounds, 350 pounds and say, oh, I'm finna get in shape by next week. It don't work like that, man. It's a process, okay? But through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, if you're not getting yourself right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're done in these times, man. In the time of famine, man. All right? Count yourself to be looking ugly in them times, man, if you don't have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? But you're being warned now, so take heed. right? And so like if you hear like a um vibration and stuff, man, uh like piano and harp and stuff, man, I play that for my kids, man. You know, they sleep off of that. They go to sleep off of that, man. So like if you hear that, man, everybody sleep in the house. Um Man, hey, these Bible apps ain't been working, man. Again, that's why it's best to take heed, man. You know, cause soon, man, this word gonna this warning, this message is gonna stop going out, man. But I get it in the blue letter though. It's nothing to it but to do it. This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear my word at my mouth and give them warning from me." One thing about it, man, you are being warned, man. All right, of the famine that's coming, and that's just one of the beautiful prophecies, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Okay. And when I say beautiful prophecies, man, because prophecies is leading up to the coming of our Lord, man. Okay. The beginning of our kingdom. Okay. But nonetheless, man, famine is one of those many prophecies, man, that's being talked about. So you're being warned of it, man. Okay. Let me get Proverbs. I think it's 22 and 30. But I want to get it in NLT. This is Proverbs 22 and 3. It says, "A prudent man foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." Right, man? See, a prudent man will be trusting, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. You know, getting themselves right, you know, with their power, fasting. Okay. Getting himself in spiritual shape, knowing those storehouses about to be empty, man. Knowing a famine is coming. And I'm saying knowing because everybody is hearing this message through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But the prudent man will what? Take precautions, take heed, all right? Listen and move accordingly. But the simpleton, okay, the ignorant, the stupid, the non-prudent, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are not, man, going to take heed, all right? Stuffing their mouths with all the GMO food and McDonald's, man. Eating 4 to 5 times a day, talking about they in shape, you know? Even them motherfuckers that look like bodybuilders and big muscles and, man, stiff as a damn jam doorknob, man. You know? Then on top of that, they're obese. They're obese, man. It might look good, but it ain't good, man, having all that weight on you, man. And they be eating 4 to 5 times a day, you know. The average American don't know what fasting is. Okay? You've been westernized to believe that you have to eat first thing in the morning, lunch, which is a few hours. That's what's always been confusing to me because mugs have breakfast from 6 to like 9:30, 10, and then say it's lunchtime. What the fuck? You ain't digested what you had, you know? Then after that, they get home, snacking. Or they go to the gas station. And that's how America has everything situated. Like you go to the gas station, all those things that's set with the colors and the bags of chips that's all puffed up and shit, full of air, nothing in them anyway. But it's all set up for you to constantly stuff your mouths, man, and spend money, you know? So you go to the gas station, your car need gas, then you go pick up a beef jerky, some chips, and goddamn, don't let it be some beef hot dogs in that motherfucker. Some Jake finna go. It don't matter what kind of hot dogs on that roll up and down. Jake finna go and get that. Then get home. Okay, wife cooking dinner. You eat that. Damn. How big you think how big you think your stomach is, man? And people with big stomachs, they just full of shit. They not digesting. Full of shit and parasites, man. Some people, you can smell it on them. I ain't lying. You can smell the just the shit that's within them, and their actions show as well. See, doing detoxes and cleansing, that's good for the spirit, man. That's why now it's important, man, to get your spirit right, man. Get connected with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and start getting your spirit right, man. Because in the time of famine, this shit gonna take you, man. If you ain't with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, this shit gonna take you, man. You gonna lose your damn mind. If you have it. Oh, it's 441. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Now, you get that in. I'm gonna get this in NLT, man. Got a few precepts wrote out. It's Proverbs 18 and 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. All right. The godly run to him and are safe. The godly run to who? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. The power. Okay. And one thing about the righteous, the godly, the true man, woman, and child of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they ain't gonna do it at the last minute. They ain't gonna run to the Lord when there's no. They're not gonna wait till there's no food in the storehouses and say, "Oh Lord, help me." No, man. Okay, they're gonna be hearing the message of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai beforehand, and they're gonna be taking precautions beforehand, man. Okay, before shit hits the fan. Okay, before those sown places become unsown, as the scriptures say. Okay. But yeah, man. I'm gonna reread it though. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe, man. All right. And the name of the Lord. Not no JC, no Penny, not no Allah, not no Buddha, not no Yuhe, not no goddamn Yah, Yeshua. No, man. Okay. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. And in order to be protected and well in these times, we're going to need Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. You're going to need Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. If you want that protection, okay. If you want to be safe, all right. Get this in the KJV. That's how I remember reading it. 444 mercy. That's what we want, man. All right, mercy, man. Let's see, 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all play with the Lord's mercy, man. You think it's a game. Okay, that's why it's gonna be you, man. This Isaiah 65:13 says, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat his servants. Okay. What is our whole duty? Serve Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Okay. That's our whole duty, our obligation. But the 1/3 will know that. The 1/3 will do that, man. The 1/3, the elect will rise early, day and night. All right. Serving Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Okay. Meditating on his words. Okay. They will have prosperity, success. They won't be hungry. They gonna eat, man. But it said, but ye shall be hungry. Who that is? It's 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. It says, but my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, man. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of the spirit, man. Okay. So in the coming days, man, okay, and in this time of this great famine that's coming, the men of the Lord, man, will be good, man. They don't have to want for nothing. Damn sure ain't gonna be hungry. It might be they gonna hey man if y'all about me outside, gonna have to go probably some days too. But they're gonna be all right. Brothers are gonna run across food, you know. But it might run across something to snack on and have them good, you know, for a while. And then you got to look, man, the Lord is going to lift up a standard. So it's going to be some real beautiful things happening, man. Okay. For brothers in the spirit, man. All right. Brothers might be eating on a bag of chips or something. And all of a sudden, it's like that bag ain't empty. You constantly, it's like it's the same as when you took the first hand of the chips. It's like, damn. My hand's still hitting the top of the bag. Well, shit, you know. To the point Jay gonna put it down like I'm good now, but shit. You know. That's why you don't that's why the thing is, going back, Jake is out of shape, man. You know. 2/3 of our people. Because they eat and stuff themselves, man. They don't even know how to eat until where they're satisfied. They're good. Jake could clean a plate, get a second one, clean that one. The whole time you're looking at them eating, they fucking, they faces show that they're just stuffed. And then it can't even get up from the chair, the couch, man. You know, gluttony. But see, true men of Yahweh Shai, okay, it's gonna be all right, man. It ain't gonna take much. You know? So it ain't like Jake got to have a bunch of food and all that. Nah, the Lord knows, I guess. You know, you've been preparing yourself, okay. Jake could eat a sandwich and be good for a day or two. You never know, man. You know, but it's gonna be beautiful. You know, the Lord is gonna lift up that standard, man, and do things, man, for His people. You know, ain't no telling how it's gonna go, but if reading this scripture, it's gonna be good. If you about Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you gonna be good. You know, because what? You trust in the Lord, man. All right, but 2/3, man, are going to die of famine, man. Yeah, man. They're going to die of famine, man. Because they trust not in the Holy One of Israel. Okay? They ain't seek the Lord, man. Okay? Oh, man, with this one, let me see. I don't think the blue light will get me there. Let me see. This app been messing up a lot, man. This app I like to use. All right, it worked. It's 2 Ezra 16:22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine." It says, it's like you. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So it's going to be many, okay, that perish of famine. But the ones that get through that, okay, that's why I said it's important that you have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because it's gonna be many that it's some people out there that they know how to fast. Okay, they in pretty good shape. The scriptures tell you also what bodily exercise profit of little. Okay, don't say it don't profit nothing, but nonetheless, what profits us is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so without Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hey, you're not good, regardless. So again, for many of them shall dwell upon the earth, shall perish of famine, right? And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So you're going to be put to death regardless. All right? But nonetheless, I pray and hope that this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close out, give infinite glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akyam that's pushing this truth with our faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you, I say shalom.